Hi, 6th grade. We are starting a brand new unit today. It is going to be based on a style of art called Surrealism. Surrealism can be defined as the super real. For example, what you're doing is you're taking things that are realistic and you're combining them in a way that would create an unlikely, unrealistic type situation. I always like to say this example. If I grew wings and I started flying around the classroom, I am real, my wings are real, but the concept of me growing wings and flying around the classroom would be very surrealistic. It's not going to happen. Unfortunately, I don't have any superpowers. What we're going to do today is we're going to take a look at some artwork by Magritte, Dali, and some other surrealistic artists. After we're done, what I want you to do is to think of a theme for your bedroom. I want you to ask yourself, what if my bedroom was? What if my bedroom was in outer space? What if my bedroom was made out of food? What if my bedroom was underwater? What if my bedroom was a football field? So start thinking of your bedroom in a surrealistic way, and then you're going to design your bedroom based around the theme that you choose. You can get rid of walls, you can keep the walls. If it's a baseball field and you want to sleep in a baseball mitt, that's fine too. Is your bedroom a tree house? Start thinking of different themes that you could do for your bedrooms. We can't wait to see what you come up with.
Reality. We all have to live in it. It's made of real things like trees and staplers and washing up. All very useful, but also just a tiny bit boring. Which is why the world needs surrealism. So, what is surrealism? Surrealism is an art movement started by French writer André Breton back in the 1920s. He was interested in things like dreams, fantasies, and thoughts in our minds that we don't even know we're having. Artists such as Salvador Dali, René Magritte, Dorothea Tanning, and Eileen Agar explored these ideas by creating surrealist art. So what does surrealism look like? There are two main types of surrealist art. The first type is inspired by dreams, like this piece by Spanish artist Salvador Dali. Dali was the big name in surrealism, known for his wild behaviour and even wilder art. Like dreams, his work often combines things you wouldn't expect to see together, like this piece. But hey, dreams can be frightening. Just look at this nightmarish painting by the American artist Dorothea Tanning. Surreal, huh? The second type of surrealism is called automatism, which is art made without thinking. So if you've ever doodled whilst daydreaming, I hate to break it to you, but you're a surrealist. Check out this playful piece of automatism by the Spanish artist Jean Miro. Is this the sort of thing you doodle? How did people react to surrealism? The surrealists were brilliant at promoting their work, Dali especially, who wowed the huge crowds at their London exhibition by showing up in full diving gear. But most critics gave the show absolutely rubbish reviews. What has surrealism influenced today? Nowadays you'll see surrealism's influence everywhere, from wacky adverts to video games to surreal scenes in comic book films. Anything that tries to break free of plain old reality with a little wildness, weirdness, and joy.
Today you're going to ask yourself, what if my bedroom was? What if my bedroom was underwater? What if my bedroom was a tree house? What if my bedroom was an alien invasion? What if my bedroom was made out of food? Pick a theme for your bedroom and then decide, are you going to keep the walls or are you going to get rid of the walls? Are you going to try one-point perspective or is everything just going to be very surrealistic? Watch the next demonstration to learn a quick intro into one-point perspective. Okay, today what I want to do is I want to do a little demonstration on how to set up your room if you are going to use walls. I'm going to show a little bit more of a challenging way that's called one-point perspective. By all means, you don't have to do one-point perspective, but those of you that want a little bit more of a challenge, this might be something fun for you to do. One-point perspective always has a vanishing point. A vanishing point means that everything that you have that you're drawing is going back to that point and kind of disappearing at that point. It shows that things, when they are closer to you, they are larger, and as they get further away, they're going to appear smaller. So what I've done first is, if I'm going to keep my walls, I've drawn just a box up here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at that vanishing point and connect it to the corners of my box here. Now notice it's okay that I'm not going all the way down to this corner here. That part doesn't matter. What matters is that you're going to the vanishing point. I'm going to do the same thing on this side over here. I'm looking at the vanishing point in the corner of my box, and then I'm going to draw another line going this way. What this has done is it's given me a floor, and it's giving me 3 separate walls. If I wanted to, I could take this box, move it down a little bit, and I could draw in the ceiling of my picture as well, but I'm choosing just to do the floors. Now, everything that you draw is always going to go to the vanishing point. For example, if I was going to draw a window on my wall, what I would do is I would start with making that vertical line to show my window, and then the top and the bottom are going to go off to the vanishing point. Now, obviously my window isn't going to go into this box here, so I'm going to stop that window early, and I'm going to draw it only to here, and then add another vertical line in to close it off. So you can see that I have a window here on the wall, again, that is going off to that vanishing point. Same thing if, say, I was going to draw a bed on the floor. So maybe I want my bed to kind of go along this direction. So I'm going to draw one line here, and then I'm going to connect it to the vanishing point. I'm going to draw a second line here, and then I'm going to make 2 horizontal lines coming across. One that is coming this way here, and one that is going to come this way here. Now I have a little bit of extra on mine, so I can go in, I can erase out those little pieces there. Same thing too if I'm going to make like thickness to my bed, drop it down just like you would do a cubed shape. And then this one of course would be parallel to this one here. And then this line here would be going back to that vanishing point. So I'm going to take it and draw my line going this way. So you can see that the bed shape that I'm making is going back towards this point. Now, of course, you can go in, you can add in details, you can add in pillows and blankets and things like that. Or if you wanted to have, legs of your bed, maybe your bed is coming down, you're going to have some legs coming down this way, and then of course, they're going to push back, of course, they're going to close off this way, and then this part here would slightly push back to the vanishing point, and then you would just drop it down. Same thing on this side. Okay, I'm going to make one piece here, one piece here, close it off, and then have a piece that's slightly going back to my vanishing point, and then closing it off again. So you can see that I'm starting to add in the legs of the bed going this way. So with your picture, pick a strong theme, okay? Make sure that you're coming up with a theme, whether it's, underwater, you can have an animal theme, treehouse, made of food, any theme that you want, and then decide, are you going to keep walls or are you going to get rid of walls? Do you want to do the 1-point perspective? Do you want to skip the 1-point perspective? Come up with a strong theme and then go ahead and start designing your bedrooms. After you've finished your pencil sketch of your surrealistic bedroom, you want to take a picture and upload it to Seesaw. Don't worry about coloring today. We're going to have plenty of time to color next week. On page 2 of the template, I've added some examples of room configurations if you are looking to add walls. Each of these pictures shows different ways of adding the floor, the walls, and the ceiling if you'd like to add the ceiling. Remember, if you don't want walls in your pictures, you don't have to add walls. Have fun, good luck, and we can't wait to see what you create.